Yo boys, toot my horn here. If you're a man of culture and bought the viewer pass with 3 shiny tokens, you might be scratching that big head of yours wondering which souvenir packages you should redeem. So today, we're going to take a look at the best souvenir packages to redeem, both in terms of investing and unboxing potential. The 3 packages I would look to redeem as investments are the Mirage, Inferno, and Nuke collections. So let me explain. Starting off with the Mirage collection, this has easily been the most popular collection of any redeemable package, and for good reason. It's got the best possible skin of any active duty map in the Op Desert Hydra, and nice skins like the Deagle Fennec Fox and USP Purple DD Pad. Now, the only issue with the Mirage collection is people aren't stupid. They know it's got some of the best skins, and we can see that through the sheer amount of them that have been redeemed, and with the unboxed count from Paris sitting at 2.2 million packages. But luckily for us, the CS market doesn't always run off logic, but instead a fear of missing out on profit. And we saw it recently with a set like the Dust 2 collection, which had a lot of interest thanks to skins like the AK Gold Arabesque. So naturally, there was a ton of Dust 2 packages floating around. But the moment the map exited the competitive scene, we saw the package rise over 5 times in value, so we don't have to worry about the Mirage package being overstocked to prevent the value from increasing. People who didn't pick any up will baby panic and realize they don't want to miss out on the hype, and we'll see a similar temporary price spike like we did with the Dust 2 collection before it levels out. Now, when that happens, I know it's tempting to hold on to them and hope they keep going up, but just cash out while the iron is hot. With Mirage being in the competitive map pool since 2014, as well as only receiving lighting improvements in its CS2 upgrade, the map remains the logical choice to be cut next. Moving on to the Inferno collection, this might seem to be an odd pick considering the skins in it are pretty shit, with the best skin it's got being the SG Intergrail, which is only a pink. But because of these mediocre skins, the Inferno souvenir package has been consistently one of the least redeemed packages since the collection was introduced in 2018, with the most recent example of Paris seeing it have the lowest unboxing numbers of any collection from the Paris Major. From looking through the skin database, only 147,000 souvenir Paris skins exist from the Inferno collection, which may sound like a lot, but when you compare it to the over 2 million souvenir skins that exist from the Mirage collection, you quickly realize just how under-redeemed these packages were. And that's the beauty of the new pick your package system. You'll have super appealing packages like the Mirage collection that everyone goes goo goo gaga for, and undersupplied packages like this Inferno collection. Now, the main issue you might be thinking is that they're under-redeemed for good reason. As I mentioned, the package has some of the worst skins of any available collection. But just like the Mirage collection, all it would take is the package to no longer be available for people to panic on not redeeming them earlier, since it would only need a small level of interest to see the price needle move up. And there's good reason to think at this point, the next map on the chopping block for competitive removal could easily be Inferno. For me personally, this map went from one of the most enjoyable maps to play in CSGO to easily the most dogshit competitive experience of any active duty map, and it seems the pros agree. At the Europe RMR A and B, which was the qualifier for the Copenhagen Major, Inferno found itself comfortably at the bottom of the played maps at both events. And you may think that the competitive world doesn't have that much bearing on the decisions Valve makes when it comes to the map pool, but we've seen this exact story before at the Rio Major in 2022 and the map Dust 2. Dust 2 was only played twice out of 68 maps through the entirety of the Rio Major, and just 1 week after the Major ended, Valve announced Anubis is replacing Dust 2 in the map pool. Could this happen with Inferno if play rates continue to be terrible? Maybe. At the end of the day, the collection doesn't have any elite level skins, but we know the FOMO panic that would set in for those who don't own any packages would drive the price up. Couple that with a buff to the SG, and the Inferno package would be a solid pickup. And for the final map, the Nuke collection is looking to follow a similar path as its brother, Inferno. Both maps received a new skin collection and reintroduction in the competitive map pool in 2018, but unlike Inferno, Nuke is actually a good map. This, however, doesn't change the fact that the collection is right next to its buddy for having some of the lowest souvenir package rates of any collection. Nuke is sitting at a low 162,000 souvenir Paris skins in existence, which is only 15,000 more than Inferno. And it's got some half-decent skins in the collection, with pieces like the M4 control panel and Glock Nuclear Garden. I mean, I personally wouldn't use them, but I'd only make fun of somebody behind their back for equipping them. So yeah, the skins aren't great, but with the map hanging around for the past 6 years in the competitive scene, it's definitely up there with Inferno to be on the replacement list. And let's not forget that maps like Dust 2, Cobblestone, Train, Cash, and their $150,000 purchase of Tuscan are all just sitting around waiting for their turn in the spotlight. At the very least, we know that Cash has seen some teasers recently that suggest it's ready for its competitive return. but I think the community will start riots in the streets if we don't hear anything about Train and Cobblestone. And with the idea of an operation looming over our heads for the past 2 years, there's a good chance that a big update like this could see the return of some iconic maps to the game. All it would take after their official return is for Valve to decide to shelf Nuke for the time being for a new revamped map to see its package skyrocket in value due to its low supply. Again, the prices on these would only jump temporarily because the skins are just that shit, but during that window is your time to cash in and make some profit. So those are the 3 I would look at for investment pieces, largely because of their expected drop from the competitive pool. Other than the Mirage collection, open these with caution. Now, if you're a man of culture looking to scratch that gambling itch, the packages I'd look to open are the Ancient, Vertigo, and Anubis collections. The main reason I'd go for any of these is that they're new enough that you can't expect their exit from the map pool, but all have their own desirable skins. Starting with Ancient, my personal favorite to open of any package, it's got some absolute heat with skins like the M4 Welcome to the Jungle and AK Panthera Onca. But it really doesn't stop with those 2. If you aren't hitting the impossible pinks or reds, consolidation prizes like the Odd Carved Jade, FAMAS Darkwater, and USP Ancient Visions are all reasonably unboxable and hold their value nicely. And there's really no bait high tier skins in this collection, unlike a set like Mirage having the MP5 Oxide Oasis worth $50 for a pink. The worst offender here is the P90 Run and Hide, but that can still get you $250. What also helps the collection is that it sits at only 380,000 pair of Souvenir skins in existence, meaning it's got bangers to open that hold their value nicely due to their low supply. Now for Vertigo, if you've kept up with map updates, you'll get the feeling that this map is like Valve's baby. A quick lullaby here, a ramp fix there. It's the one map that they just keep making minor improvements and adjustments to since its competitive introduction in 2019. So I don't think we're at risk of seeing it go anywhere. And with skins like the M4 Imminent Danger and SG Hazard Pay, as well as easier pulls like the AK Green Laminate, this package definitely has the opening appeal. It also got a collection facelift in 2021, so we really aren't in a position to see a new one anytime soon. And finally, moving on to the Anubis collection, this set features a lot of gold-based skins that pair well with Souvenir gold stickers, with skins like the M4 Eye of Horus, Apep's Curse, and Sobek's Bite. And with it only being in the competitive map pool from one major, it's really not in a position to be replaced anytime soon, so I'd look to redeem this one if you plan on doing some openings. And more on the point of it still being a new collection, the value of the top skins have still held their value nicely due to their low supply. Now, there's one map I haven't mentioned for either unboxing or investing reasons, and that's Overpass. I really don't know what to make of this map anymore. On one hand, it received a complete overhaul for its return to CS2, and at the same time, it's one of the oldest maps in the competitive scene dating back to 2014. It doesn't have enough good skins in it to really justify opening any, and at the same time, doesn't show any signs of it being replaced. It could receive an updated 2024 edition of its collection, but I'm just waffling at this point, so I'd skip this one for now. Now, if you're interested in knowing the specific teams you should pick, don't overthink this one. Pick 2 good teams and move on. Usually later in the tournament is when you'll see some better matchups. Anyways, boys, if these packages don't scratch your gambling itch, find some old snack Souvenir packages and send what you unbox my way. I'll be waiting. Toot my horn, out.